Hey everyone, welcome back to the Jays Nest. Hope you guys like the new intro video. I tried to capture as many iconic moments and players as I could throughout history. So Dylan Cease, we signed him 7 years, $210 million, $30 mil per, but we actually deferred it down to 26 per. So I want to talk about that, what it allows us to do the rest of the way. I feel like we could still sign at least 2 more big players, maybe 3, and I got a pathway how we could do it. So let's break it down right here. So this is the Blue Jays payroll right now. Current payroll today, $230 million. That does not include Dylan Cease because he hasn't passed his physical. Once he passes it, we're going to add that 26 and we're at 256. Last year, we were at 285. Rogers has said they're comfortable increasing now. Obviously, they got a taste of that playoff money. So $30 million to last year's payroll. That's at least one player. Because if we traded Dylan Cease for Bo for Dylan Cease, that's not good. Nobody's happy with that. We got to keep a top batter on this team as well and hopefully add. So I got batter 1. Okay, so that will bring us, once Dylan Cease's 26, after the deferral is added at 256, that brings us to about 285 where we were last year. Now, that's worst case scenario also, because this includes 25 million arbitration estimate. We're probably not going to pay that out. Varsho's going to get around 10. Ernie's going to get around 4. Lauer's going to get around 4 to 5. And then we have Heineman, the backup catcher. Is that all going to add up to 25? That's if we lose every case. So we could end up doing better. Maybe we bring that down to 280. We got another 5 million to play. What do we do with that? Another batter, Cody Bellinger. That brings us up another 25. Now we're over 300 million. Okay, we're in the 300 to 305 range. I want him over Tucker, actually, to be honest. Shorter deal. We could probably get him on a 6-year deal, 5 to 7 years. He's probably going to want 7 now because we gave that to Dylan Cease. But probably only 25, 28 million instead of the 40 million Kyle Tucker is going to want. And they're really identical in stats, guys. Like, Bellinger actually has a little bit more power recently. Tucker has hit with power in a couple seasons ago, better than Bellinger. But for the most part, you're looking at a 275 hitter with 25 to 30 home runs for both. They both have very good defense. Tucker's a bit better runner, but they're both great. They're both lefties batting. Bellinger helps us out a lot, and if it helps us better with payroll, I'd rather have that and then be able to add a reliever that you see next. So let's talk about the reliever. I want Edwin Diaz. We're going to look at all these guys in a second. Edwin Diaz. Now, the thing is, we're going to get into the article where he says, I want Diaz money. So, yeah, I don't know. His last contract was 5 years, 102 million. And apparently that's the starting point. He wants more than that. So could the Jays afford that? I sure hope so. I'm going to show you exactly how we can get to signing all 3 of these guys. This is our current payroll. When you look, we have 130 million. There's not much we could do on the batter side. There's nothing. The only guy who stands out as making too much money is Miles Straw. No one's taking him. He's off the books in a year. So it is what it is. But when we look at our pitchers here, there's a couple glaring guys who are overpaid here that we could do something about. You might say Jeff Hoffman's overpaid, right? Joke. I do like Hoffman a lot. Just probably not in the 9th. But Jimmy Garcia and Yariel Rodriguez, no one's taking them. 7 to 7.5 million each. Yariel Rodriguez is a 5-year deal. Nobody's going to take that. There's 4 more remaining. Jimmy Garcia's gone at the end of the year. I just don't see anyone really taking them off our hands. We could try, but these guys have underperformed, been injured. I don't see it happening. So you got to look at the number 2 guy here, Jose Berrios. Now, how are we going to get rid of him? So we just have to look at this exact trade that the Red Sox did with the Cardinals, so that they just got Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray's owed $40 million over a year. That includes a $5 million buyout after the year, which the Red Sox are going to do. And the Cardinals gave him $20 million and a prospect, a good prospect. I think is their number 5 prospect, their number 4 prospect. And so obviously the prospect changes depending on how much money goes in with this or not. But I have a feeling like the Jays could actually trade Berrios and add very little money to this deal. Maybe they add like 5 million. They don't have to add 20 million. And the way you go about doing this is you sign all your guys now. So you go sign Bellinger, you go sign Bo, you go sign a reliever. Now you're at 320 and you wait till free agency's over. Now teams that missed out are going to be like, well, we need a pitcher. We know Jose Berrios is available, and they might want to trade for him. Or you wait till one of these teams, a month into the season, Someone on their staff has arm problems. Well, Jose Berrios is available. But if you trade Jose Berrios right now, today, you're going to have to add money in because you're the desperate one. You want to dump him. Everybody knows that. But if the Jays just come out and flaunt it and be like, yeah, big run last season, we're super comfortable, we love having a 5-man starting rotation, then you're going to gain some leverage. People are not going to think you're desperate, and you can actually move him. And there is some benefits to keeping Berrios, but obviously $20 million for a 5th starter, you're not going to do that, especially when we have Bowden Francis and Eric Lauer also waiting in the wings to be pitching. So there's just no use for it. It's just too much money allocated to the starting pitches. So Berrios' days are numbered. I'd be shocked if he's on the opening day roster. It's just a matter of how you manage getting rid of him. So you could give up as little money as you have to in the deal, and then you could use that on free agents. Look at Jose Berrios' stats. Is someone willing to pay him $20 million? He's actually kind of just slightly overpaid. And it's only because of the duration. For $19 million for this year, he's kind of like, what's Chris Bassett going to get? Berrios is better than Bassett. So, Berrios pushes 200 innings a year, only gives up about 25 home runs a year. He does get over 150 strikeouts, so he is pretty decent. He's a number 3-4 guy for most teams out there. So there will be a market for him. He's better than Sonny Gray. I think Sonny Gray did make the All-Star team 2 years ago, but he's a lot older. So Berrios, the only risk really is that he's going to opt into the next 2 years at $24 million. But hey, if he's playing well, you're pretty happy with that. So it's just a matter of how the Jays package this and sell it. But that's a way to get him off of the books. And then here's the article about Diaz where it says he wants Diaz money. 5 years, 102. So maybe he's not the right guy for us. There are other relievers out there as well we could go for. But I think the Jays ownership is like, they were furious at how we lost that game at the end of the game, and bullpen's definitely going to be addressed. So I would expect at least a batter and a bullpen arm coming in, and possibly 2 batters. I think that there is a room to do this. It's just Ross Atkins has to get really, really tactical on how he dumps that Berrios contract. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. How many more guys do you think we could sign? And like, subscribe, leave a comment.